Yeah, my name DC Rock. I'm heavy in the urban fashion world, urban fashion, streetwear, event curating, and also like marketing and consulting with creatives. Um, any type of creatives, photographers, models, designers, just giving them knowledge and different aspects to monetize what they're trying to do. Um, I throw a big event every year called Streetwear Fashion Week, and it's basically have fashion shows, networking events, content days throughout that whole weekend. I usually do it during Labor Day weekend, which is late August or early September, and throughout that, I also throw networking events, content days, and also consulting and marketing with models and designers. And on the side, I also do like stylist work and also help other clothing brands design their fashion too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, give me some little background about how you actually got into this industry, and what made you really get into the world of entrepreneurship.
Um, at first I was, at first I was really into. So I really got in the creative world probably around 2011. Me and my uncle started our online radio station called Highly Unique Radio, and so I really was into radio personality that and also that brought me into like managing artists and marketing artists. So I was really behind the scenes in the music industry world for upcoming artists. But that also taught me how to throw events such as artist showcases, open mics, networking events. I really didn't hop into fashion probably, I would say 2016, 2017. I hopped in that world and really threw my, just put myself out there, through my own fashion show for my brand. I threw my own fashion show for my brand. And then I just had to research and learn and say, if I'm really going to do this, what's going to make me different than others? So I had to research and learn about manufacturing, learn about designing and the quality of the actual clothing and things like that. So um, it worked out for me in 2020. I got invited to New York Fashion Week for my brand. 2022, that's when I started Streetwear Fashion Week, throwing it every year consistently with me and my team. Um, so so this year will be our fourth one, and that week is huge because different designers come from out of town and people come from out of town just to come to the show. So um, that really brought me in. That really brought me into the fashion world and to help other creatives.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, what would you say is the most critical element of your business plan that really set you apart from the competitors?
Um, I think what sets me apart, I don't really look at like my peers and such as competitors. I I don't really look at them as competitors, even though they might look at me as competition or whatever. But to me, we all can eat, so I don't necessarily say competitors. Um, and I like to collaborate to make things bigger, to make events bigger, to make um, people creative work bigger. But if I say anything separate for me, it is um, I'm willing to I'm willing to set my ego aside to learn and get knowledge from other people on how to monetize and do things the right way um, and just just make things better. You know, you have people that don't want to collaborate, that think they know it all, that think you can't you can't learn nothing from the next person and stuff like that. And me, I'm more so different. If we can help each other, I'm willing to collaborate. I'm willing to help the next person. I'm willing to um, whatever can make both of us better. Because I think that's the only way we're gonna grow as people.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I agree. It's something that I'm preaching all the time. You know,
Yeah,
need all hands on deck, and I think
yeah,
something where we really need to really zone in. I think I touched on this either last week or the week before that. Especially in Atlanta, it's a lot. It's so many different events going on every single day. And I think if we can get to that spot, to where we can truly collaborate, bring all the top promoters in, and not even just the top promoters, anybody
yeah,
aspire to be a promoter as well, bring those minds in, because I think we all students to the game at the end of the day. I think the biggest thing, and this is something I always talk about, behind the scenes, is really pinpointing exactly how we can collaborate. Because
yeah, yeah.
it,
That's
it gets tricky. It gets tricky.
yeah. It does get tricky, and that's the thing too. You really just got to sit down and pinpoint how we gonna collaborate, how
Yeah,
we gonna how we gonna help each other. Our we can't be greedy when we collaborate. We are. What's the goal for you and what's the goal for me? We got to make sure we on the same page. If you in it to, if you're doing this event trying to make money and I'm doing this event trying to something else, then we got to figure out either how we gonna help each other or what's the best way to do it. But I think it's about communication. It's just about communication and seeing if y'all willing to work with each other.
yes,
Because it
sir.
is true, everybody can't work with everybody,
Yeah,
but that don't mean we have to be enemies.
exactly. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, I agree. I agree. So I know you was talking about how, when you first got into the industry, you was really focusing on the marketing and the branding side, especially when working with these different artists. What unconventional marketing strategy um, that have you used that worked the best for your brand or a brand that you represented, and how did you come up with it?
Um. Um. Unconventional. I think that I was willing to because I took the route of giving out shirts to um local celebrities, influencers and such like that. I took that route, but also I think what helped me more too is taking the route of, all right, I got a clothing brand and this person is an upcoming model or trying to get in the model game. I was willing to not necessarily go after the best model, but build with that model with my brand. And I did that with a lot of models. And then what happened, they're happy, they're building with me, and they're spreading the word about my clothing brand or my event or such. I did the same thing with models, photographers, to the point other designers wanted me to help them build and get models and photographers for them. And so I was building with models, photographers. That became a thing. Then studios wanted me to help build their studio and makeup artists, and it just became a thing. Like, yo, I want to work with you. I want you to help me build. I want to. What event you're doing? What's your clothing brand? Like, I just want to work with you because I see what you did with that model that was first not taking professional pictures to the point where she working with 3 or 4 different models and her page is nothing but professional pictures now. So I think I took the route of letting these upcoming creatives spread the word about what's going on with what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's genius. I mean,
Mm.
I think that's super great. I think that was something that we actually that's something I can really relate to.
Yeah,
I think that was one of our main strategies when we was really building Exclusive Models magazine. I didn't really want to go towards really. I didn't really want to do what everybody else was doing, as far as just going straight to celebrities and
yeah,
cross promoting with celebrities. Even though we had our collaborations with a few celebrities that really came organically, but I think
yeah,
especially in the beginning, one of our strategies was, hey, if we can work with these upcoming models, these upcoming photographers, these upcoming promoters, and help them, build a brand, they'll organically, refer people and bring people in within the community. Um,
right,
so
right.
it definitely was something that really put us in a whole another light, and we built some great relationships, throughout the years for sure. Just by helping people, I think that's really what it boils back down to. Not
Yeah,
I
cause
think
that's what I mainly phrase for my consulting company and for Streetwear Fashion Week. For me, it's about culture and community. I don't too much, the saying say of everybody in Atlanta think they're a celebrity anyway.
yeah,
So I don't go too much of trying to get at the local celebrity or try to reach out to the whoever the TIs and the not saying I don't love them. I do love them, but I just I'm about culture and community. I'm about doing it right for the culture and bringing the community together.
I love that.
So I just think that helps. I just think that helps.
I
Yeah.
think it definitely does. It definitely does for sure. So I know you got your own clothing brand as well. What's the most memorable customer interaction you've had, and how did it impact your approach on sales and service when it comes to your brand?
Um, I was at a I was at behind the scenes um for a it was a movie or it was a show. I was just behind the scenes helping one of my friend photographers because he was shooting for the movie or whatever. So it was a couple celebrities there, but um one person he saw the jacket I was wearing. There's a yellow jacket. David Banner. David Banner saw a yellow jacket I was wearing, and and he was like, "I need it. I want it." Luckily, I drove to the place and I had stuff in my car, so I had the right size for him. So I went and got it, and I was just gonna give it to him. He was like, "No, I'm here to really support. I wanna spend money with you, and I'm gonna make a video about it like right now." So that was huge. That was huge. You know how big David Banner is, not only in the music game, but he speak out um, politically and just a person that you look up to. So that was huge for me. David Banner. David Banner was huge for me. Yeah,
Shout out to my dude Devin Better, man. We actually got a chance to work on a project.
yeah,
We ended up working on Greenleaf together. That's one of Oprah's TV shows. Man, shout out to David Banner. He's definitely a down to earth brother. He definitely is one of those people that's really about community, our community, like the inner city. So shout out to him for sure, man. I think
yeah.
that's what I mean by organic relationship.
Yeah, just organic. It ain't. It wasn't even. I mean, we was doing business, but it's not like I DM'd him or I hit his manager up or something like, "How can I get David Banner?" or "How can I get such and such?" And it was just organic. I was just there, and he just was like, "Trap Sessual." Like, what do that mean? And all that. He organically wanted to know about the business and support the business. So that was huge. That was a big thing. Couple other people, um, Diamond from Karma, that was huge for me because we all grew up on Crime Mob and her verse from the Nuck If You Buck. We all know Diamond, and um, Diamond was huge for me. Then couple celebs from like TV shows, Sky from Scott from the tattoos show that Caesar and them used to
Oh,
the Black Ink Crew. Yeah, Scott from Black Ink Crew. He showed love early, like when I almost first started the brand. Um, yeah.
I love that.
So
I love that. I love that. So, real quick, I always talk about, and I think this is one of our hottest topics. When it comes to our modules, funding
mhm.
and investment. What advice would you give to entrepreneurs seeking funding for the first time, based on your own experience?
That was such a hard thing for me when I tapped into creative business. That was, and I'm still learning now, but that was such a hard thing for me because like I hopped into creative business, especially fashion, organically. Just I loved fashion and I wanted to design and I wanted people to just know what I'm doing and the name and the meaning. So my first mindset wasn't business or make money or profit or things like that. But after a while, eventually you like, all right, I gotta figure out, am I spending more money than I'm making, or how can I profit, or how can I balance it out? Um, for me, I would say you have to know how to you have to know how to save. You have to figure out how you're gonna save and how. So for designing, you have to buy stuff like you have to get stuff printed and designed on shirts and such. So you gotta figure out the best resources to do that, money wise, and definitely if you care about your brand and want people to talk about it quality wise. So once I did my research and learned that manufacturers was from I could get manufacturers from out of country and it's cheaper in its quality, then that helped me out a lot. Um, but business wise, financial wise, I would say you got to figure out your own and best way to know how to save and figure out your personal budget versus your business budget. Um, how much you gonna spend for your business, and you got to have the discipline to try not to go into your business money and spend it on personal stuff. Um, so I really think it just take discipline and saving. Um, yeah, I just think it take discipline and saving,
For sure.
and yeah,
Discipline is a big one for sure, man.
yeah,
It's something it's a struggle. It's a journey. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
we get better at it. I think we all, especially coming from, certain areas, it's something that, like I said, we always are students of the game. I think it's something that you gradually get better at the more you do it. And just the more your passion grows. I think, figuring out how bad you want it, you get what I'm saying, and being
yeah,
creative, I think that was something that we did, especially with the magazine and even now, expanding the mod, really doing a great job, being strategic and getting creative on different ways and utilizing different programs, like Skip, shout out to Hello Skip again. That's one of the things I know a few of our members have gotten grants through them. But utilizing these programs out here, applying yourself, it's
yeah. You gotta watch out for that too. You gotta watch out. You just gotta. It's a lot going on, especially in the financial world,
hmm
and creative world. Because for creatives, you always trying to figure out how can I advance my finances? How can I, especially when you're trying to be a full entrepreneur?
Definitely.
How can I advance my finances? How can I get my credit right? How can I get my business credit right? And people all over the internet and stuff, and saying that they could teach you finances, they could teach you credit repair.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you see 10 of those people, 8 out of 10 of those people is not genuine. They basically trying to scam the creative because they know the creative is so hungry to want to get their money up or to get their credit right. They know they so hungry for it, and they'll spend that whatever fee three. The person make it sound good. They'll spend that $300 fee to get taught.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's
you got to find a way to weave. You got to find a way to weave those things out, and to be honest, to do the most of the go back to reading, man. Do most of the research yourself. Try to
definitely.
do most of the research yourself. Go on Google and read. Buy
Definitely.
some books and read, um, and just try to do as much as you can yourself in research.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I think it boils back to building a community around what you're doing as well. I think that's
Yeah,
so important. Even with what we're doing, building a community of different people from different areas, because I think that'll really help bring that trust factor back in to where we can really get to really get some stuff done because it is a lot of scams out here, a lot of
yeah,
rules selling courses,
yeah,
different like that. So I think really building a community that's built on love and trust. We talked about this a couple weeks back, as far as choosing love. But as long as you have that love and respect, and build that trust through that, I think we can get a lot of stuff done. And getting reliable mentors and advisors that you can trust. But it still boils back to, and I'm glad you brought it up. Doing your own research, man. Stop looking.
yeah. Got to do research. 'Cause I'm not saying that you're not gonna need no help from financial advisors and such like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying do your research so when you do talk to a financial advisor, you know what you're trying to do. You know your next step. You can read out if financial advisor trying to play you or not.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. Same thing what we had to do. When I
yeah,
got into media and
me too.
production. I had to bump my head, but I also had to take a step back and go back to school, get my education, in that field and in that industry. So when I do have these conversations, the lingo, you know what to look
Yeah,
for, you know,
yeah.
you know, you know what to research as well. I think that's super important for sure. So real quick, I want to talk about scaling and growth.
Hmm.
What's a key factor that contributed most to your business growth, and how did you identify that and capitalize on that opportunity?
Um, I think I became a person more of um, cause right, I was in the radio industry at first, in the music managing industry, and with that, it's building connects, it's connecting people together, it's connecting artists with producers, connecting um meeting upcoming artists and bringing them on a radio show and just building those connections. And with fashion, it became the same thing for me. So for me, I just became a person of connecting creatives together and bringing them together and um, just building relationships all the way around, helping people build relationships with other people, with other creatives. Um, I know a lot of models and photographers that I've connected with. They they went off and worked with each other for however many years, and so I became that person. That's why I'm building this business and development of consulting and marketing for creatives. So that helped me scale and that helped me grow and learn about and learn about that. Learn that I'm not, because at first I used to feel, I ain't gonna say I used to feel bad, but I do it out of genuine love, connecting people together, relationships, connecting models with photographers and such like that. But I had to grow and learn, like, all right, this is a business too. Like, there's consulting businesses, there's marketing businesses. Like, the game you giving out, you can make it a business.
Real quick, man, I know you're a leader in the community. Everything that you've been doing, as far as playing a leadership role, has been, really detrimental and beneficial when it comes to all of the different brands that that you helped build over the years. How has your mindset evolved as a leader, and what practices do you incorporate to maintain a positive entrepreneur spirit?
Um, I think it's just, I think it's just keeping, definitely keeping your real loved ones around in a good place and in a way you could meet. Sometimes as a business leader, you just need somebody you want to talk to, or you want to just um, want them to show love, because this could be stressful. Business as a leader, especially, it could be stressful. So I just think keeping your loved ones around, keeping um, a circle around of people that genuinely want what's best for you. And also, I think just coming up with a daily routine. Not saying every day have to be exactly the same, but daily routine for as um sometimes, most days I just go on walks. Most days I might watch um a podcast that's helping my, that I could learn from, or or even an entertainment podcast like Joe Budden podcast I watch just for laughs and stuff. Um, and just keeping a routine that can keep you in a great headspace, keep your mental right. Um, so I would just say routine and being around loved ones, and definitely definitely just making sure you're in the right headspace. I think that's what's most important. Making sure you're in the right headspace and just learning about your mental,
Definitely,
learning about your mental, learning about your own mental, and making sure your mental is right. Because if your mental not right as a leader, then the next person mental not going to be right that's looking up to you. Because as a leader, everybody asking you what's next, what we doing, what's next, what you need me to do. And if my mental not right, I can't even, I might tell you the wrong thing. So, and sometimes just taking that time, your mental not always going to be right. Take that time off. Tell the person, tell your right hand person or your best friend, like, listen, I need to, I need to just cut off for people for about 2 weeks or a week or however long. I need that for my mental. I'm going through something happened in my family, or just something happened in a relationship, something happened and I'm mentally just not there. And sometimes you just got to take that space, and your loved ones and your circle that I'm speaking about, your genuine circle, should understand and give you that space.
hey,
So
mindset is everything. Mindset is
yeah,
everything. It's super important. One thing I know I've really been practicing a lot lately is meditation, and mixing that with my prayers. I think I was actually the type that really didn't believe in meditation, but because I just didn't really understand like how you can shut your brain off. But me practicing it, I definitely see the difference, and it's definitely been helping me manifest a lot of different things as well. And hey, we staying in there, man. Us as leaders, we got to keep that mental right for sure. But I definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you, King, for sure. Real quick, let them know where they can find you at, real quick.
You can follow me on Instagram, DCROCK style. Um, in that bio, have all my business pages, the Streetwear Fashion Week, the consulting business, and just have all my pages on there. Um, I'm on YouTube, same name, DC Rock Style. Um, just everywhere, really, pretty much DC Rock Style. Or if you're interested as a model or designer or makeup artist, creative, you could type in Streetwear Fashion Week. Be a part of the event, be a part of what we doing. Oh, most definitely. Like I said, I definitely appreciate the platform, and I appreciate what y'all doing, mastering our business. Y'all changed the narrative of what mob means. So definitely, definitely appreciate the platform. Yeah, I want to work with y'all. I want to see how I could bring y'all on to the networking events, and I want to also help y'all grow and things like that. So definitely appreciate the mob mastering our business, and hopefully we do this again.